Hey there, this is Laquita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. I'm so happy that you could join me today for another Stampin' Up! Saturday tutorial. Today's project features the Hostess stamp set Time of Year. This is available in our current annual catalog, and you can get this set in my online Stampin' Up! Store when you spend $150 or more. Then you will qualify for Hostess rewards, and you can get this stamp set as one of your purchases. This is a really great set. It covers a variety of occasions, and there are also some coordinating framelits that you can find in our annual catalog that you can use to cut out these fun little banners. Today's project is inspired by page 200 of our annual catalog. If you turn to the back of the annual catalog, that's where you can find the section that says Just for Hosts, and this shows you all of our different Hostess stamp sets. So as I was saying, this one is a host stamp set, and it is a photopolymer set, which is awesome. So those are clear stamps. I saw this project. I loved it. I love how clean and simple it is. And it has this little quick and easy sign, which lets you know you can make this in a matter of minutes. So I decided I wanted to recreate this card. So here's what I came up with when I recreated the card. I did add a little bit of Whisper White Baker's Twine to the top, and then a couple of our pearls, and I changed up the color combination, but this was just a little bit too simple for me. I like how fast it was, but it was a little bit too simple for me, so I decided to kind of step this up just a notch. So let me show you what we're gonna do to switch this up a little bit. Okay, so to get started, I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock here. This is cut down to 4.5 by 3 inches. And we're gonna do a little simple amount of masking. So we're gonna be stamping the Thinking of You here, and then we're gonna add the banner down to the bottom. Well, this banner is going to overlap the Y on the bottom of the Y on the Thinking of You. So what we're gonna do is, you're gonna wanna take a sticky note, which I've already done, and I stamped the Thinking of You onto the sticky note, but I put the bottom of the Y where the adhesive part of the sticky note was, and then I just cut out that little piece of the Y, and I'm gonna mask this piece off so that I can then stamp my banner on top. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I've got my little piece here, and I'm just gonna kind of take a look at where I think I wanna stamp this. I think right about here, so thinking I'm gonna need this maybe right here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be perfect. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna stamp my Thinking of You. So I'm gonna take my Smoky Slate ink, and I'm just going to ink up the stamp. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp the Thinking of You right on top of that little piece of sticky note. Give it a good press. Okay, now lift up. Okay, there we go. Looks good. Okay, so I've kind of zoomed in for you guys, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my banner into that little open space there. So it's gonna look like the thank you, or the Thinking of You is behind this Always banner. So I'm gonna tuck this top left-hand corner in there. So I'm gonna use my Rose Red ink. Just ink this up. And then hopefully I can get this right the first time. So I'm just gonna tuck that corner in, that little open space. That looks about right. And then give it a good press. Okay, just like that. That looks pretty good. So I thought I was recording, but apparently I wasn't. So you guys didn't get to see this, but I stamped the little cluster of flowers from the stamp set using my Blushing Bride ink pad. And then I also stamped that little cluster of flowers on my envelope as well using Rose Red. So now we can start assembling this card. So I've got a piece of Smoky Slate cardstock here, and this is cut at 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm just gonna layer this piece right on top. And I'm gonna use my Fast Fuse to do that. Alrighty, so we've got that on there. Then for my card base, this is actually one of our Whisper White note cards and envelopes. That's where I got this cute little envelope from. So these come in a set of 20 in our annual catalog. If you don't have the note cards and envelopes, it's super easy to cut these down yourself. So this is cut at 5 inches by 7 inches, and then you just score your cardstock at 3.5. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this over. Give it a nice crease. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add this layer onto the front of my card using Fast Fuse. Alrighty, so I've got that layer on there. Now what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of baker's twine that will pop from this card. It's so soft, so I thought that some black, basic black baker's twine would be great to add to this. So I'm just going to take this and I want to wrap it around 2 times at the top. So I'm just going to put it inside and just go around twice. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is just slide it all the way up. Okay, so I've got that all the way up to the top. I'm just gonna tie it around and make a nice little bow here. That looks pretty cute. That bow turned out really well. Okay, so we can just trim down the tails just like that. Very cute, love it. And then the last thing is I'm gonna bring in some of our Jewel Basic pearls and my fine tip glue. I always like to use a little bit of fine tip glue when I add embellishments, even if they have adhesive, especially if it's our pearls or our rhinestones, just because I think it helps them hold up a little bit better in the mail so that they don't come popping off. So just use my paper piercer, add these to the center of each of these little flowers here. One there, and one here. Okay, and there we go. That finishes up today's Stampin' Up! Saturday project. I love this version of this card. It just really pops and has a little bit more interest. But again, you can still do it this way. I mean, this still looks just as cute. I just needed a little bit more to fit my style. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's Stampin' Up! Saturday tutorial. I will see you again soon. I've got some more great projects coming up this week, so stay tuned. Thanks for joining me. If you'd like to purchase any of the supplies you saw me use today, just head on over to today's coordinating blog post. I've linked it just below this video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.